Pippa the Poppy Fairy, chapter number 5. Now let's start. Now guys, I want to show you something. See, they were in the Blossom Hall and they ride their bicycle to perfection shop. Now let's see. Oh, this is Jack's ice castle. Oh no, this is the fairy palace. This is the fairy garden, the Leafy Village Visitor Center, and I don't know what's this. Katy Court Flower Show. I don't know. So guys, we'll read this at the last. Okay, let's read it now only. I read the magic petal flowers to give my castle garden flowers, and so I use my magic well to work against a fairy spell. From my wand I stab magic flies, frosty bolt through fairy schemes, and this crafty spell I read to bring the petals back to me. Wow, it was nice. Let's go. Petal perfection. Where it is? Ice magic. Oh, petal perfection. No. Ha. Ice magic. Rachel, Christy, Pippa. In horror, as the goblin held up a beautiful scattered poppy petal. I'm going to take it to the straight away, Jack Frost, he groans. No, I want to, one of the others yelled. All the others goblins immediately joined in, trying to grab the fairy-giant petal. Rachel could see the petal in danger of ripped apart. Give that back, she declared bravely. The goblin stared grey at her. Shat! The biggest goblin cheered as she dashed out of the back door shop, immediately followed by all the other goblins. We can't follow them, or kids wonder where we have gone, Rachel said. We'll better go and find front of way. Can you clean up this mess, Pippa? Christy asked. Quickly, Pippa waved her wand and a shower of fairy sparkles magically cleaned up the whole room, rolling wrapping paper ribbons, putting the flowers back to their buckets. I can't make the willing flowers bloom properly through my magic petal, Pippa sighed, whizzing into Rachel's pocket. The two girls raced back into the shop. Katy looked at them in surprise. Oh my God. Oh, what's this? Oh. Didn't you find the flowers you liked? She asked. We reminded something. We have to do the village first, Christy stamped. We'll be back later to collect some flowers, if that's okay, added Rachel. That's fine, Kate replied. Quickly, the girls unlocked their bikes and pedaled down the back of the store. There they go, Rachel shouted, catching the glimpse of the goblins running into the park. They're running into the park. See? Here they are. Okay. The girls pedaled after them, but the time they had cycled into the park, the goblins were nowhere to be seen. They must be somewhere, Christy said. She gazed through as they came to a halt underneath an oak tree. They could see the trees and flower beds and... Okay. So... The gaze through the came and halt underneath an oak tree. She could see the trees, flower beds, and hill nearby, but no goblin. Shh! A sound came from above, starting Christy. She gazed up, saw very odd-looking green branch. Christy clapped her hand to hear her mouth as she realized the goblin leg. Oh wow! They became fairies. Oh, so good. As quietly as she could, got off her bike, tapped Rachel's shoulder and pointed upwards. Rachel and Pippa saw the leg of Pippa, nodded as the Rachel climbed off her bike. We'll fly up there. Up there. Okay? So we'll fly up there and tried to grab the petal, Pippa whispered, waving her wand. Rachel and Christy felt a rush of excitement as a cloud crystal sparkles instantly transformed them into slightly flirting the glittering wings. The three friends grew up into the branches of the tree. There, Pippa said softly, pointing her wand. Goblins were sitting a long line of sturdy branch. Their legs were dangling. The biggest goblins were end holding the magic petal. Rachel, who was the closest, immediately flew down to make a grab for it, but at the last moment the goblin saw her coming to batted her way. Okay, those pesky girls again. They called, do something. I'll cast a brilliant spell, yelled a goblin with the wand. Get on with it, shouted the biggest goblin as Pippa, Rachel, Christy hovered around them trying to grab the petal. Okay, we have got it. Rachel replied the goblin. With the wand to escape these girls. Would be quiet, nice. He began to shaking. Nice, shouted the biggest goblin angrily. It would be brilliant, not nice. I don't know any words that rhyme with brilliant. The goblin with wand was chunky. The Pippa and the girl laughed. To escape, these girls would be quite nice, the goblin said again and again, pointed the wand at the ground. I determined an icy slide. I mean a slide of ice, he finished. Immediately a huge curtain of ice appeared, running from the branches of the tree glass below. One by one, the goblins crept on the width briefly skin and slid into the ground. The biggest goblin took one last sweep and followed his friends down the slide. They are escaping with the magic petal, Christia cried dismally as the goblin dashed away. So this was the chapter number 5. So we are going to meet in next video. Bye bye.